Hello everyone, welcome to our boxes exercise. This is an exercise you've probably never done before. It's something very new, but it helps a lot when you're worried about differentiating or being productive in different areas of your life. So for example, sometimes the stress in one area of our life sort of smears into the rest of our lives and we are not productive and we're certainly not happy. So this exercise will help separate different areas of our lives so that we are able to be happy and productive when we need to be, which is the goal. So what I want you to do is close your eyes and imagine there are boxes on a shelf, and each box represents a different area of your life and maybe a different person. If you have someone who's a problem child, a troublemaker, a stressful friend, something like that. So every area has its own box. So you have a box for home life, a box for each child, your spouse, different friends, a box for work, all different things. And what happens is we need to put the things in the box, okay, their own box. So imagine that you have a mess spread out on the floor, and what you're going to do when you're feeling stressed out, when you're feeling like you have too much going on, is you're going to imagine and visualize yourself picking up the things off the floor and putting them in the correct box, okay? And you're going to do this. Pick it up, put it in the box, put the box on the shelf, and walk away. So this is sort of our mantra here, but we're doing it with a visualization piece, which really solidifies it. Again, if you want to do the hand motions, that's great. The more ways that we incorporate our body, the better it will be for us. So go ahead and pick up the mess on the floor, put it in the box, put the box on the shelf, and walk away. Pick up the mess, put the mess in the box, put the box on the shelf, and walk away. We're going to do this for every area of our lives. If you like a list, you're a list maker, you can do this in list form as well. What we want to do is when we're having a certain area of our lives that's more difficult, we want to be able to shut the lid on that area of our life so that we can still have fun, so that we can still be productive, so that we can enjoy those moments even if one thing is particularly stressful. Sometimes when we have someone who has an illness, so for instance, my sister who was sick for a while, I would carry that burden around with me everywhere I went. And I was not happy, I was not healthy, and it was just constant worry. And so what I was able to do is assign her a box. And then I can always come and revisit that box when the time is appropriate. However, when I'm trying to focus or at work or doing whatever else I had to do, that is not the time to worry about the box because the lid is shut. So what this is going to do is establish that new pathway in our brain, and the more we do it, the easier it becomes. So eventually you'll just be able to shut the lid on that box and walk away. Again, this is all visualization, and it will help you to keep things separate so that, like we said before, the garbage from one area of our lives isn't smearing into all the other areas. So I hope that makes sense. We'll do it one more time so that it all flows together here. Go ahead and imagine your line of boxes. Imagine the clutter on the floor. We're going to pick something up, put it in the box, put the box on the shelf, and walk away. Pick it up, put it in the box, put the box on the shelf, walk away. Pick it up, put it in the box, put the box on the shelf, and walk away. When you get home for the day, this is my favorite application of this visualization exercise. When you get home for the day, you need to put all the things from work in their box. So the work box goes on the shelf, and when you get out of your car, that work box stays where it's at. You don't worry about it, you don't think about it. That work box stays on the shelf where it belongs until the next day. Having this organization and this visualization will really help to keep things separate in your lives. One thing that really is just the cherry on top to this whole exercise, sometimes you're laying in bed or you're doing whatever and a thought pops into your mind, oh, I have to remember to do this for so-and-so, or I have to remember to make this phone call. So I like to carry a notebook with me. This part is not a visualization, a real notebook. And I have 2 tabs. One is things to do at work, and the other is things to do at home. So when I'm doing whatever and I think about something I need to do at work, I write it down in that section, and then I put that thing in its box. I have my notebook that I take to work the next day so I can always remember to do those things, but I'm not constantly worried trying to remind myself to do whatever it is I have to do. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for you. Let us know what you think of that one. That one's a little bit more complicated, but it really does wonders, especially if you have stress in different areas of your life. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.